Okay, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Can you all hear me? You may need to refresh your browser. Awesome, awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and get this party started. You hear the typing? Okay. You can hear me clicking away. All right, let me know if you can see my screen. Awesome. Great. Okay. Well, I want to welcome everybody to the Facebook ads case study. I do believe I've had a chance to do strategy sessions with, I know, about 3 or 4 of you all. Some of you all still got to get on the ball and get that strategy session scheduled with me. Let me introduce myself. I am Jermaine J. Freeman, better known as the Marketing U Coach, and I believe in helping people get to the next level through entrepreneurship with online and offline marketing. So I help people develop strategies that'll get their business from one place to another, producing leads and producing results for those individuals. So we selected you all to be a part of this case study. And for those that I have not spoken with, the case study is really it's going to be social proof for a digital product that I'm creating. Just as a bonus, you all did not know this, but once I finish completing the actual course, you are going to get that absolutely free for participating in the actual case study. So that's going to be a thank you gift from me to you all for allowing me to use you all as quote unquote guinea pigs or what have you. But you're also going to get a benefit out of it as well, because you're going to be able to create leads and get results for your business or your product or your service, whether it's promoting a book or whether you're trying to get more leads to your business, whether you're trying to get more speaking engagements, whatever the case may be. I'm going to talk a little bit more in detail a little bit later about how I've been able to help other individuals, other clients that have come to me as far as, well, I guess I can call them my students that have come to me, and I've been able to help them, some in little as 12 to 24 hours, get additional leads. I had a young lady that I did a coaching call with her. Literally, we started the call about 9 o'clock. She got off of the phone about 10:30, implemented the strategies. The next day, she had already booked 3 clients. Now, is that going to happen for everybody? I can't promise you that. That's my disclaimer. I can't promise you that. But what I can promise you is, if you stick with it, you'll get results. Is no question about it. You'll get results. Okay. So I just did my introduction. I've been in marketing for over 15 years now. Started out as a web designer, web developer, graphic designer, and then I moved into online and offline marketing, helping my clients with their marketing strategies and really doing a marketing analysis and seeing where they could come up in their marketing and really begin to show them how effective how much more effective their marketing can be. Many times companies don't deal with their branding correctly. So my job as a brand strategist, as a social media strategist, I come and I say, okay, this is what you need to do. let's put this plan in place. It is so absolutely mind-boggling to me to see how many people don't put a plan in place when it comes to their business, when it comes to their marketing and their branding. So that's what I do. That's what I do. So tonight's agenda. Tonight we're going to focus on the Ads Manager overview, and we're going to talk about some Facebook ads do's and don'ts. Okay, although Facebook ads is very great for our businesses, there's some rules and regulations that Facebook has that we have to abide by, and we'll go over those things. And then we're going to talk about how to create an ad. Okay, we're going to talk about how to create an ad. And just back to the agenda right quick. This is just the 3 things we're going to deal with tonight. We're going to do 4 different sessions. So I don't want to cram everything in, as much as possible into one session, but I want to give you a lot of value. So you'll be able to see, the value, and you'll be able to leave each session and be able to implement right away. One of the things that I mentioned on our strategy calls is that, my teaching style is I'm not the type of coach that'll train you just well enough for you to come back to me. I want you to be self-sufficient. In other words, I teach you the strategies. I teach you, the A's and B's and C's of Facebook marketing to the point where you can do it yourself. You can, after our time together, after those 4 sessions, and after you receive the other bonuses that I even have that I didn't mention yet, after you receive those, you'll be able to go back and review some things, and you'll be confident enough in yourself to know that you know enough to do your own Facebook ads if you want to. Now, if you don't want to, I offer one-on-one coaching. I also offer what we call the Facebook ads DIY, do it your DFY. I'm sorry, done for you service, where we actually handle all of your Facebook ads. All you have to do is just give us a budget. We take that budget and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to test it, optimize it, and we're going to scale it up, and we get you the results. So we handle all of that. But that's neither here nor there right now. We're going to talk a little bit about that probably in our last session, and that'll be open to anybody that's interested in that service as well. So let's talk about Facebook. Now, up until about 4 or 5 years ago, really AdWords. How many of you all have heard of AdWords? Have heard of Google AdWords? They are still the biggest advertising machine that's out there right now. Google AdWords. They're the biggest advertising machine that's out there right now. And however, they become so saturated because so many people use them. So they're very, very saturated. Okay, I see some of you all have heard of Google AdWords. And Google AdWords can be very effective as well. It just depends on your target market. It depends on your niche and in your industry, the industry that you're in. But AdWords has really become dead to a lot of people because if you don't have a huge budget, and when I say huge budget, I'm talking if you don't have $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month to spend in advertising, then it's going to be hard for you to really get the clicks that you deserve. For your leads to be sent to your okay, so you've heard of them and don't have much knowledge of them. Okay, and so with AdWords, it's so saturated that it's really the big boys that are really making a lot of money with the AdWords and getting a lot of leads, and they're having budgets, like I said, of $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month or more. Well, with AdWords, with Facebook, that's not the case because Facebook is still fairly new. With Facebook advertising, is still fairly new. So you can get in the ball game, a lot, because you get in the ball game a lot sooner. You can also get in the ball game when it's a lot affordable as well. As we all know, anytime to get into something is when it's first started. That's when it's in the incubation stage, and when they're finishing up the development and all of this. That's when it's the cheapest or the most affordable to get in the game. And then as it becomes a monster, that's when you have the issues of having to deal with your cost per click going from where it was 20 or 30 cents a click to now it's at $2 or $3 or $4 a click. So it's good that we're at that stage now So Google AdWords, you know, like I said, it used to be the hot source of traffic. Tough competition. It was real hard to really get into, you know, get your ads really seen or get into the number one, two, or three spots or what have you. You know, can you walk away from the AdWords machine? Absolutely. Most people were using AdWords, or they were using advertising on other advertising networks. Facebook is cheaper, it's more targeted, it's getting bigger every single day. When I start showing you the targeting, when we go through the targeting module, you're going to be amazed at what you can target with people, and how specific you can get down with targeting with them. So some people ask me, well, why Facebook? Simple. It's got 1.44 billion users and counting. That is a lot of people. That's more people than the average person would hardly ever touch physically in their lifetime. So it's got 1.25 or 1.25 billion mobile users. Think about that. Think about that. Facebook has 1.44 billion users and counting, and 1.25 billion of those users are using on mobile. We're going to talk about the importance of your mobile advertising and why I actually have a strategy where I target mobile users more so than I do newsfeed and some of the other desktop positions. It's different than Google. And what I mean by that is Google shows your ads to individuals, you know, that you targeted, what have you, but you don't have to worry about the saturation that Google has now. So your money is going to count for a whole lot more with Facebook than it will with Google. You know, Facebook has kind of changed the game, it's kind of leveled the playing field as it relates to our advertising budgets, and how many leads and things we can get in to our businesses. Higher return on investment, real huge. For instance, I could take a campaign, create the same exact campaign and same exact targeting with Google and then with Facebook ads, or with the Facebook advertising platform, excuse me, and it would cost me probably 60 to 75% more with Google AdWords than it would with Facebook. So if I had a acquisition of a lead that cost me $3 per click or $3 per lead, but with Facebook it's only cost me 50 cents per lead, that's a $2.50 difference. You know, so I'm able to recoup my money, or my investment, I should say, a whole lot faster with Facebook than I am with Google AdWords. Okay. You know, we say forget about PPC, which is pay per click. With Facebook, it levels the playing field as far as you being able to reach thousands and thousands and thousands of people at one time. Can you imagine only paying $2 or $3 to reach 5,000 people that have 5,000 impressions for an ad, and only paying $2 or $3 for that? That's incredible to me, and it's absolutely possible. I see it all the time in my personal account and other accounts that I manage. I've seen those types of figures. Powerful Facebook ads. The old saying, rules are rules. So you do have the rules and regulations that we have to deal with. However, most people fall within the guidelines of the Facebook rules. Okay, so exposure. This is real big, exposure. Facebook users span the entire world. Almost every country is exposed to Facebook. Everybody you come in contact with. Even my mother has a Facebook page. My mother-in-law has a Facebook page, is on Facebook. Everybody is on Facebook. I never thought I would see the day where my mother was on Facebook, but it happened, y'all. So it's, you know, my dad, he's on Facebook. Everybody is on Facebook. So it shows you how powerful and how popular Facebook is. Okay, I'm seeing a question here. And if you have questions, make sure that right there and I forgot to mention this to you all, but down there at the bottom, you'll see you'll see the box where you type in. If you look to the left of that, there's a little comment emblem. If you click on that, you're able to select a Q&A answer, or it'll actually be a question for you. And then I'm able to mark, when I answer and all that. So that way I'll know that you have a question, and then I can stop and answer those. But if you have any questions on anything I've done thus far, or when we're finishing up, please feel free to do that. We're actually going to do a Q&A at the end as well. All right, so Stephen is saying, is it like this? You recoup your money faster and have your advertising budget go much, much further. Exactly. That's exactly right, Stephen. You recoup your money, and what you want to do is you want to reinvest that. Many times people, they actually mess up because they make money through Facebook ads, but then they spend it all. I have a concept actually that I learned from a mentor of mine. I have a concept that if you start out with $5, once that campaign becomes profitable, that's $5 a day. Once that campaign becomes profitable, then you want to continuously add to that. So say week 1, we're doing a campaign for $25, right? That was our minimum for this case study. So we're doing $25. And we find out we make our $25 back, okay? Then the next week, week 2, you want to add $5 to that. Or you can add more to that. You want to add $5 to that. Once you've optimized it, now all you have to do is scale it up. All you have to do is scale it up, and now it becomes even more effective with your advertising budget. We're going to talk a little bit more about that as well a little bit later on. All right, so everybody's using Facebook. It has more monthly page views than Google. Now, to me, that is absolutely huge when you consider that Google is the #1 search engine in the entire world. But yet, Facebook gets more page views than Google. Okay, as of July 2010, they had over 500 million active users, and like I said, as of today, it has 1.44 billion. So within a 5-year time span, it's grown that rapidly. 65% of the active users log in daily. So that means 65% of the people that you need to target, that you need to get into your business, you need to expose your brand to, they log in daily to Facebook. It has usage stats. It gives you stats. It gives you what we call insights. So you're able to see who your ads are targeting, who is responding or engaging with your ads and your brand as well. It's got worldwide appeal. So how about going viral? Many people have gone viral because of Facebook. When users tell their contacts about something. So you say you have a great book and you're advertising it, somebody gets it and reads it, and they tell everybody else about it. It's the beauty of advertising. Have you ever noticed that when you have a new movie that's coming out, you always see plenty of advertisement before the premiere day. You see advertising about this movie, blockbuster movie coming out. But after the launch day, you notice how you don't see too many advertisements anymore. Well, it's not necessarily because they don't need advertising anymore. It's actually because they understand the power of word of mouth. They know that you are going to go to the movies, and if it's a great movie, you're gonna tell everybody about it. You're gonna call mama and them, you're gonna call big mama, you're gonna call your aunts, your uncles, you're gonna call your girlfriend, you're gonna call your boyfriend, you're gonna call your husband and say, we gotta go see this. You're gonna tell your wife, we gotta go see this. They know that. So that's why they spend enough money to get you there, and then they know that they can actually, in essence, use you as their advertiser. Same thing with Facebook. You can spend enough money to push your campaign over the edge, and then everybody else can make it viral. So your actions are known to your friends on Facebook. In other words, when you advertise, or even outside of advertising, because of your page, because of your personal page, your interactions, they see that. Based on your security settings and all that, they're able to see how active you are on Facebook. For instance, when your friend likes something and their friends see it, then you like it too. It goes viral. So it could be somebody that you don't even know, but because they saw it on your friend's profile, on their timeline, they liked it. Now, because they liked it, now you're exposed to them But not only to them, you're also exposed to their network of people. So all of their friends you're exposed to as well. It's the beauty of viral marketing. Targeting. With all your personal info, Facebook collects from its users. It's a simple click of a mouse to target users by age, hobbies, interests, and more. I talk about this very much in detail in my Wild Brand seminar. Facebook has over 1,500 different data points that they use, and actually I think it's more than that now, that they use to target individuals on their pages. Have you ever, you can just type a 1 in the chat box if this has ever happened to you. Have you ever been on Google and you've been searching for a product or like an attorney or a copyright lawyer or something, and then before you know it, when you come back to Facebook or when you go to another website, you begin to see all of these different advertisements popping up for what you were just searching for. It was the craziest thing. Before I understood what was going on, before I learned about this, is called retargeting. And before I learned about it, I used to notice that. I'm like, how in the world did they know I was just searching for that? I mean, it was like the weirdest thing in the world. And I'm like, this is crazy. I mean, how is this happening? And when I learned it, I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. Okay. And trust me, it's one of the most effective marketing tools that you can actually have. Okay, so targeting is Facebook's way of making sure users have the best user experience possible by serving the ads that they're interested in. So, when you target, it helps you prevent having clicks from people that don't want the product that you're offering to them. Everybody understand that? Type of 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying there. It helps to make sure that you're targeting correctly, because when you're doing that, now you're able to niche down to the very specific audience that wants to have your stuff. They want to have what you're offering, whether it's exactly, you didn't realize that, but now you see it. I mean, you see it, and you're going to notice it now. From now on, you're going to really notice it. But they want to, the audience that you need is a passionate audience. In other words, you want to target individuals that need the knowledge, need the product, need the service that you're trying to offer to them. I explained it like this. It's like having a bait, and you're going fishing, but you're going fishing in the ocean that has so many types of different fish. But you have a bait that's only designed for one type of fish. So instead of going to that ocean, why not go to a pond that has the one type of fish that your bait is designed for? You can go out there, you can go to the ocean, you may catch 1 or 2, but if you go to the pond where that the type of fish that you need or that your bait is designed for, you probably walk out of there with 15, 20 fish. It's the same thing in your marketing. Your targeting has got to be on point, okay? So where is it headed? Thousands of new users every day. It started in 2004, and of course, Facebook even has a movie about it and all this. Available demographics. You're going to be it's going to be mind-boggling when I go over the demographics module with you in the targeting, for you to be able to see all of the different demographics you can use to target individuals. I mean, down to the type of career that they have, whether it's a doctor, whether it's a lawyer, whether they are a homemaker. I mean, say for instance, you had a product that was designed for new moms. Well, you can actually target them. You can actually go in there and say, I want moms with newborn babies, ages such and such and such. And you can target that, because that's why Facebook stresses to really fill out your profile so they can have that information for us to use even for our advertising. Very easy to use. You'll see it's not hard once you learn the back-end ads manager and really understand where everything is at. You'll trust me, you won't have any problems, and you'll see that it's really 3 main areas that I use, even my Facebook ads, which is the Power Editor, And I'll go over the qualifications for that: Power Editor, the reports, and then my custom audiences. And that's really really all you need to really make a huge impact. All the other stuff is a little bit more complex, or not really complex, but more advanced. And we'll get into some of that stuff as well. Even individuals, politicians, businesses, families, organizations, they all use Facebook, and you can target all these individuals. You can actually target different pages of individuals. Say, for instance, you are a online marketer, and you want to target the fans of Brandon Bouchard. You can actually put that in the actual ad manager and your targeting, your interest section, and say, I want to target individuals that like the page of Brandon Bouchard, because you already know, because you've already did your research and stuff. So you already know that your that your ideal customer profile. Some of you all probably remember that term from our strategy session. Ideal customer profile is simply has letting you know that those individuals that like Brandon Bouchard is probably going to like your type of item as well, because you've done your homework on your ideal customer. You know what they like. You know where you can find them at. You know if they're churchgoers. You know if they like to shop. You know if they have kids. You know if they have a home. You know if they are going to be making an income of anywhere from 40,000 to 100,000, or 40,000 to 80,000. You know all that information. So when you have that information, now you're armed, and you're ready to have great and effective marketing campaigns. Okay. So niche groups, even people with similar interests, you can target them as well. Applications, games, and programs. The members of those games, they use it together, and you have an app or what have you. You can actually target other apps. You could target other individuals of apps. It's really powerful. So media sharing, users can easily share their photos and videos. And you have custom privacy and behavior settings. And these are all great things that you can use. Now, this one here, find friends you lost touch with. I don't know about you, but Facebook has put me in touch with so many people that I lost touch with over the years. I mean, it was amazing to me. Even now, when I log in, sometimes I'll get a notice that such and such has been searching for you. You know, connect now, and I connect, and it's like, oh my God, I didn't even know they were still alive. So that's the power of Facebook. You know, a lot of times people talk about Facebook and what's going on, but I tell them it's all about what you make it. You want to use it to your advantage, especially in business. So other advertisers, they have much less competition than with Google. Google often has thousands of bidders competing for rank. So can you imagine thousands of people competing for the first top 5 positions of Google? Right now, around 1/20th the number of competitors. That's what Facebook has. So, I mean, you have a 20% better chance, really more than that, of having your ads seen, because the competition is so much less. New bids are still low for a lot of the interests and the countries. Now, I will tell you, and I have a actual PDF that I'm going to email to everybody. I'm going to give to you all that goes over the countries that you can use that are great for like campaigns, like when you're trying to get likes for your page, and you target them. You can get cheap clicks for your like campaigns, but then it also has the different countries that are known to really buy, that are really purchasers. So when you're doing your serious campaigns, as far as when you're trying to get speaking engagements, when you're trying to sell your products or your services, those are the countries you want to look at targeting as well. All right, so we know Google is still king. They're still the biggest search engine out there. They still have the biggest advertising platform out there, just because they've been in existence so much longer than Facebook. I do believe Facebook is going to catch up with them, and not too many years from now as well. But they definitely have Facebook, out of everybody, out of AdRoll, out of some of the others. They have the best opportunity to overtake Google. So it's less competition, it's less cost, superior targeting. and then they get more page views per month. Okay, and it's community oriented. You're able to build your engagement. We're going to talk about that when I talk about your business pages or your group page. You are able to build a community, which ultimately gets you even free advertising, really. We'll talk about those different concepts. So who is Facebook right for? It's right for online businesses. Brick and mortar can use it. Affiliate marketers, organizations, whether it's a nonprofit or for-profit, politicians, artists, local business. You can offline or online marketers. Anybody that wants to use Facebook that has a viable, credible, and a moral business can use Facebook. These businesses cannot. Okay, so if you're promoting tobacco products or pornographic material, if you got alcoholic related products, you can't use it. If your leads are misleading or hypey, many times you see the ad says, I can make you a millionaire overnight. Click here. That's what we call hypey and misleading ads, because they don't tell you, okay, what's the strategies or, so Facebook is real keen, and we'll deal with that as well when we start going over ads. It's real keen on making sure that they present a wonderful experience to every end user, every user of Facebook. So even your ads, your copy, they don't want anything that's negative. Your copy, they don't want any type of negativity. Even if you have, for instance, if you may have a healthcare product where you're promoting, say you have a cure to help with diabetes or neuropathy, and so everybody know that's painful. That's a pain point. Everybody know that's painful, but you have to somehow flip that and come from the positive standpoint in order for your ads to be approved. I mean, that's just how serious Facebook takes it. Anything that promotes illegal products, so gambling, stuff like that, you can't do because they don't want to have to govern that, statewide of all these different states. Products that are scams, they can't do that. MLM, there's a way to do it, but you got to make sure that you have the proper things in place. Privacy, you have your privacy policy, terms and conditions, and all that has to be on your page, and it has to be a viable business. So anything that falls into these categories, they'll actually ban your account. They'll ban your ad account and shut it down. I've heard stories of where even seven-figure marketers had their accounts banned. And what was happening was they weren't building their business off of Facebook. Facebook is great, but what you want to do is, the old saying says, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So you want to make sure that you're converting even that's why it's important to have a lead system. We're going to talk about that with your ads. So when your ads, sort of like what we call a bridge. So you're bridging them from Facebook, but you need to bridge them to a asset for your business, which would be like your mailing list, your email list, or something of that nature, where you can see. So if Facebook closes tomorrow, you still have this list that you can still market your products and services to. Okay. Any questions thus far? Let me know if you have any questions thus far, and we're going to dig into the actual overview of the actual ads manager. So real quick. So if you don't have a Facebook account, you definitely need to do that. And every Facebook account, every ad, in order to run ads, you have to have a business page. Okay, not your personal page, but you have to have a business page. And you can go, if you have multiple ventures, you can create a main account, and then you can later have groups, have different pages. Like for instance, before I got a business account with Facebook, I actually had one main account, and then I was able to create other additional accounts on that. Okay, so that way I was able to just log into one account and still have all of the different ads accounts for those particular pages, which is a great way to do it. If you are running a business, and who knows, one day you all may be teaching Facebook ads to your clients or handling, Facebook ads for your clients. That may be a service you offer. So that way you can open up a business account and you're able to oversee other accounts. Like, for instance, I can walk you all through it, and it'll be in an email as well, where you all have to give me admin access to your account. And what that does is that allows me to go in and look at your reports, create your ads, help you with targeting and all that stuff. It does not give me access to your billing information or anything of that nature. So you don't have to worry about that from a security perspective and confidentiality. And anything that you do through your ads manager, any of your niches, all of that stuff is confidential with me. So you don't have to worry about anybody else, knowing what you're doing, or, a lot of times people don't want to share, especially when you start getting into like niche and affiliate marketing, because people will steal their funnels, their sales funnels, and try to copy that and all that type of stuff. That's far beyond what we're talking about right now, though. But just know that as I become an admin, that I operate with full integrity, what have you. Okay. If you only have one business, then you can create an individual account, or like I said, you can create the business page. If you're an affiliate marketer, you should sign up with your name, because most affiliate marketers use their name, for their branding and all that as well. So after you sign up, make sure you update your profile, upload your pictures, because Facebook want to make sure that you are an actual viable page. So if you have pictures, if you have a business logo, upload that. You can upload that as your profile picture, what have you, just so that Facebook will know when they visit your page, they'll know, okay, this is a viable business, and we don't have to worry about having to shut them down or approving their ads and all that. But once your account is ready, start inviting your friends and associates to your business page. You want to make sure that you do that. And here's a good rule of thumb: invite people. Sometimes people do mass invitations, which is okay, but here's a trick that you need to understand. Facebook is really built on engagement. They give more news feed time. They show ads to more people when you have a higher level of engagement. So you want to make sure that you're inviting people to your pages that are going to engage with what you have. It could be friends, family, but you want to make sure that they're individuals that are not just going to just click like to be clicking like, instead of really sharing and engaging with your post and all that type stuff. And like I said, you will generate some free traffic in the process, in addition to your paid campaigns, just through your profile page, or your business page, I should say. And even if you do like a group page, that's one of the concepts or the strategies I'll talk about, is creating a group page. I have a group page now called the Master Entrepreneur, and that group, I wanted a way where I could really pour into individuals that wanted more help, wanted coaching. And so instead of the coaching program, which I do have, I said, okay, you know what, I want to offer more value for free. So I dig in a lot. Matter of fact, because they were part of this group, I posted the link to this to the webinar in there, even though it's a closed webinar, because they're a part of my group, and so I like to offer them value as well. So groups is a great way to build your following and build your brand. All right, so getting started with the ads. Really, you can go to facebook.com advertising, and that'll take you right to the ads manager. We're going to do that. Click create ad. 3 easy steps. You get to design your ad. You need your URL, you need the ad title, you need body text, and you need the ad image. We're going to talk about all of that. Then you need to select your ad targeting, which is usually your geographic location, demographics, likes and interests, all of that. And then you have some advanced targeting. We're going to deal with that as well in a couple of the other modules. Birthday, social networking interests, relationship status, language, education, work, connections. Connections is you can target somebody that's connected to somebody else that may be connected to somebody else. And then it's really about launching your campaign. You tell them what currency you want to be billed in, your time zone, campaign name, what your daily budget is, what your scheduling is. Scheduling is really nice now, because instead of having your ads running all night, you can actually turn them off. So you can actually say, tell Facebook, okay, and this is great for insights. Once you have insight into the time frames that most of your ads are being engaged with, you can say, okay, Facebook, I don't want my ads running from 10 p.m. at night to 6 a.m. in the morning, and because that's the lowest peak time for your particular ad, which will make your ad even more effective as far as cost is concerned. All right, so you review your ad demographics and budget, and once you pay, the placement of your ad starts. It's really that simple. Your ads can be refused. One of the main reasons an ad is refused is because Facebook has this thing called a 20% text rule. So that's one thing. If you're taking notes, that's one thing you want to write down, 20% text rule. Your ad cannot have more than 20% text on the actual image, okay? Not necessarily the ad, the copy of the ad, but on the actual image. You can't have more than 20% text. Okay, so this is the thing I think I've talked with everybody on the strategies and all of that. Is setting your goals. What is the purpose of your campaign? This is so key. I know this may be the boring part, but this is the part that will separate you. This, as they used to say when we was in football, separates the boys from the men. I guess the girls from the women. This part right here. This is the work that you got to put in and say, okay, look, this is what this campaign is all about. What kind of results are you looking for? Are you looking for leads to your website? Are you looking for purchases of your book? Are you looking for engagement on a post on your page to help build your engagement and build your following? What exactly are you looking for? Then one of the biggest ones is, what is your budget? What is your budget? Because we can have pipe dreams, but don't have the budget to maintain that pipe dream or to undergird that pipe dream. So, you say, okay, I want to reach, 300,000 people. I need 300,000 clicks, but you don't have $20,000 to put into a marketing campaign to get 300,000 clicks. That type of thing. All right. So things to consider: identify your products. Most of you have already done that. Multiple ads. In certain situations, that's very good to have multiple ads, different ads, and we'll talk about that. Campaign time frame. Do you want your campaign to run for 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, or ongoing? Matching your landing page. Your ad needs to come close. If you have a landing page or a website, or whatever product, whatever you're advertising, your landing page needs to match what your ad is. In other words, it doesn't have to necessarily look exactly like it. Some things need to, they need to flow. They need to flow together. And I'll show you what I'm talking about when I show you like my niche, my paleo diet, and all of that. And you'll begin to understand it has to flow. I mean, for instance, your ad can't talk about weight loss, and then when they click on it, it takes them to a URL that's talking about diabetes. It's like, okay, where is the weight loss come in? How do you blend those things together? You're talking about weight loss, and the landing page goes to how to cook with saturated fat and still be healthy. It's like, okay, they really don't go together. So you got to make sure that whatever you're advertising is also what your landing page looks like. Make sure you consider the Facebook rules. We'll deal with all that. Reasonable expectations. That's one thing that's real key. Make sure that whatever you the expectations that you set, make sure they're reasonable. Make sure you have reasonable goals. You don't want to set something that's unreasonable, and then when you don't achieve it, you're like, oh, Facebook ads don't work. Well, yeah, they do. They work. Facebook ads work. I'm a witness. There's hundreds of thousands of witnesses out there that Facebook ads work. It's just a matter of setting the right expectations with the right budget, the right targeting, the right mindset, and allowing it to work for you. Now, this is one of the biggest things that you're going to have to remember. Advertising is an investment. You have to think like an investor when you're advertising. You can't think like an employee. You have to think like an investor. An employee, the way they think is they're making a check and they're looking for the cheapest thing and they want immediate return. With an investor, they understand that, okay, I may have to invest this 50 or $100 into this campaign, and I may not see results on day one or day two or day three, but on day 4, day 5, I may see those results. Those results may come in, and I may break even, make my money back, and then boom, now I have it. I have a saying that with advertising, the key to it is if you put $1 in, you want to get $2 out. So you want to be able to double what you put in. If you're doing that, you're winning. You're winning all day long. You're winning because I'll take that dollar, I'll reinvest it, and put $2 in and get 4 back, and then it just builds upon each other. Okay. Complementary strategies. So, like I was talking about earlier, the strategy you use for your ads, you can also apply that to your landing page, to your website, to your marketing campaign. And then you can do split testing as well. That's something that's if you're not familiar with split testing, what that is say you have a page and you want to optimize that page to the best of your ability. So in order to do that, there's different things that you can test on that page and say different things like color, button colors. You know how you go to different sales funnels and you'll see a green button or you'll see an orange button and you may see a red button. Usually you won't see any other color on a serious sales funnel because we've already done the research and we know that those colors are the biggest converting colors because those are the colors that people flock to. With green, the money, the calm, it's calming. So that in the orange is I can't remember the exact theory on that one as well. I'll get it to you. I'm going to get into all that, having it in my notes. So you have your different colors. The same way with your ads. You want to make sure that you're split testing these different things. It could be the color. It could be the headline. It could be an image. I've seen where a Facebook ad has gone from actually having 3, having, let's say, 15% conversion rate. And just because you change the actual image, the conversion rate jumped another 30 to 40% just from changing the image. So just simple stuff like that can make the difference in the world. All right, so let's head over. We're going to talk about that targeting and stuff a little bit later, but let's head over to Facebook. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute. Any questions thus far? Anybody have any questions? Okay. All right, I'm going to share my. Oh, thank you, Darlene. Thank you. I try to. I want to make sure I provide as much value as possible. All right, let me know if you all can see the see my screen. What I'm gonna do? Let me tear it. I'll tell you. Let me tear it out and put it in another window, so that way I know you'll be able to see it. There we go. Okay. So how many of you all have been able to, okay, awesome. How many of y'all have already gone into the ads manager? I know I kind of coached some of you all into going ahead and familiarizing yourself with it a little bit. Just type of one in the chat box if you've been able to go in and familiarize yourself with the ads manager. Type of two if you have not as of yet. Okay, great. I'm glad everybody can see it. Okay. All right. So what did I just do? I must have just clicked on one of those ads. Okay. So of course, when you first come to Facebook, what you want to do is come to this. Okay, Steven, make sure you do that. That link is still live, and I think I've updated the schedule for this week. So if you want to still schedule for this week, make sure you do that as well. So what you want to do is, as you can see, I have the business manager, but if you want to have your regular account, you can go to manage ads. And I have the, as you can see, Carla Cannon is one of my clients. This is one of my ad accounts for Reboot with Paleo, and I'm going to show you some things what I was talking about. Facebook has changed. It's like they're always changing something to make it better. So sometimes don't be alarmed if you come in here and you notice that that things have changed. They have changed the ads manager tremendously since when we first started doing ads. It's really remarkable how fast they have we have found them doing this. But here is on the top. All of this used to be on the side here. So here you have your manage ads. This is where you'll create your ads. You create your different campaigns. The next tab is all of your account information. So your account ID. This is where you put your address and all that stuff in. Who's the account owner? This is where you can add rows. So what I would need for you, everybody to do is to come in here for your ad account, and you'll just go to add person. And I'm not sure if everybody's friends with me on Facebook. I know Darlene and Tanika are. I think Steven is as well. And you would just come in here and you would just type in my name, and you'll see me pop up. You'll just select me, and as a matter of fact, yeah, you can select that one. Actually, let's do it this way. Hey, Facebook won a trip tonight. What in the world? I tell you what, just do it. Just do it with the Jermaine. I can always which column. So you want to come here, and then you want to select account, add account advertiser. So that'll allow me to come in and advertise for you. Anytime you're adding an account admin, that'll give them access to everything. And then an analyst is just somebody that you want to come into your account and analyze your reports or what have you. Okay. So you would just want to select add account advertiser, and that'll allow me to come in and help you, access all of your information and all of this. And this is your email notifications that you'll set up in case you have ad that's disapproved, approved, all of that. You have all of that on there. I'm going to send everybody a link as well. Facebook has, and it's actually a Fiverr gig that you can actually purchase for like $5, and you can get like $50 worth of Facebook advertising absolutely free. So I'm going to send you that. They run promotions all the time, and for new clients or what have you. Then you have your billing information. And then you can set your spending limits here as well. Next tab is called the Power Editor. Power Editor is what you want to edit your ads in for a couple of reasons. The Power Editor will allow you to put more text on your ads. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about once I create an ad. Then you have your other tools, your audiences. We'll get into all of this, which is custom audiences that you'll have, that you can actually target individuals, and you can save your audiences. So you see this particular audience here, which I have the Paleolithic diet, which is for my paleo page. I have an audience size of 430,000, United States, 20 to 55, female. You notice I only have female because after running my ads for a couple of days, I saw a drastic difference in the paleo diet, whereas in if it was like fitness, you could probably get a lot of men, but because it was a diet, I probably had, I think it was about 2% of men, and it was like 98% were females that were clicking on the ads. Even after, now what I didn't do was what we call ad bait, where I didn't use a female. That's one thing I'm going to test, split test. Use a female that's like in the gym or something like that to target to the men. You'll find that stuff like that makes the difference in the world. You know, so even if you have a product, for instance, if you are if you have a product that's about relationships, and you are your niche is really telling females that they don't, you know, how to find the right type of man or what have you, you know, how to find a godly man or this and that, you can actually use, you know, a buff man on the image, and females are gonna be like, well, who is that? They're gonna automatically click on the image, and boom, they go to your landing page, and now they're able to see the other information and see, you know, what this book or this program is really all about, what have you. So you're able to save audiences to all of your different, all of your different interests, what have you. So you see here, I have this is Reboot with Paleo opt-in. This is going to my opt-in page. This is the U.S. is women ages 20 to 25. Paleo Leap. Paleo Leap is another page. So what I did was I actually targeted their page, fans of their page, people that like their page. I targeted their page. Got a great response from it as well. Paleo Mom is another page that I targeted. So you can come in here and you can target magazines, books, authors. I mean, you name it, celebrities, you name it. If they have a page, they have a pretty good following on Facebook, you can target them. And the audience insights, this is where a lot of the magic can happen for you to learn about your demographics and stuff. There's several ways that we're going to talk about as far as being able to get the information you need to target correctly. And as you see here, it just automatically tells, like, if I have this audience, just people on Facebook in general. So you can see already 54% of the women are on Facebook versus 46%. But the beauty of this is I can come down here and I can target, say, 22, maybe just 22 to, let's just say 50. I'm sorry, 50. And let's just say USA. I remember if you spell out United States or just USA. Oh, that's why it's already up there. All right, let's put Canada in. All right, and let's say interests, just in general. Now you see all of these different interests, and we're going to deal with this a little bit more in detail. A little more in detail when we which color. I'm going to send out Tanika. I'm going to send out the replay tonight. So I'll send out the replay tonight. So you have all of these different interests you can choose, select from: advertising, agriculture. I mean, it just goes, it's mind-boggling. So let's just say dieting. Boom, we got dieting. All right, so now you see what I'm saying? Already you see that 79% of the women on Facebook uh, are into dieting more than 21% of the men. You know, just for this actual audience. The and then it's 46% for all of Facebook and 54% for all of Facebook for the women. So you can do different things like that. We'll get into all of that and everything. So I want to because I'm gonna wrap up pretty soon. And that's our audiences, but I want to go back to where we go to manage ads. And I'm just going to take this funnel here and I'm going to show you. Now this funnel was it was a little bit more expensive for me because of the niche that this actual site is in. It's a health niche, you know, with dieting and all that. Health is the #1 niche in the world, which is amazing. So, you know, the more popular a niche is, a lot of times it'll be a little bit more expensive until you can get your targeting and stuff down. So, I mean, here you can see, you know, I got my cost down on the right column to $1 per click, $1 per lead, actually. So that's what it cost me to get that lead. But I'm going to show you these, the ads. Now, you see here, I have 2 different ads going on here. And that was because I wanted to test against both in the desktop feed, but I wanted to test this image. Where did my window go? Okay. I say Facebook is freezing up on me. This is what happened when you have the recording and all that going on. So I have this image that I actually tested against the other. So you discover how this guy will simplify your transition. See how much text I have in here? I'm able to do that in the Power Editor. In a regular editor, the regular ads manager, you can't do that. It won't allow you to give you a limited amount of characters. And so when they click on this, it takes them to this page. Takes them to this page here. Which is a paleo diet, and this actually goes to, you know, they sign up. So this is more like that bridge page. Tanika, I'm not sure if you're still on. This is like that bridge page I was telling you about. And this is something that all of you all can implement into your campaigns to kind of bridge the person from one page to the other. So when I submit it, boom, it comes here. And now they have an introduction to.
Warning. Some of the rich, mouth-watering meals you see on screen now are part of a controversial new diet. So it's that.
It goes to the video that they talk about the diet and all of that. And then once they do that, I have a button that pops up for the actual cookbook that they can, or the meal plan for the paleo diet that they can actually order and everything. So that's the simplicity of it. I mean, it might look like a lot, but it's really not a lot. You know, once you get going and you really understand your targeting and all that information, It's really not a lot. So that's what I have for tonight. Also, I forgot to mention that they actually just added Instagram. Facebook bought out Instagram, so they just added Instagram. So now you can even target on Instagram as well, which has been very, very good. I mean, I have some colleagues that are getting 5-cent clicks on Instagram. I mean, it's amazing. 5-cent click to a $35 product, $37 product. I mean, that's incredible to me. So it's definitely doable. Anybody have any questions before we wrap up? Anybody have any questions? So tonight I wanted to make sure that we did, got into the theory of Facebook ads, and I'm going to cover a little bit more in the next session, but we're going to really get into some meat on next week as far as your ads. What I need for everybody to do is go ahead and add me as a admin accounts representative, so that way I can go in your account and help you set it up, help you get your ads and stuff rolling. If some of you all want to go ahead and get started even before the next session, please get in contact with me, and let's go ahead and set it up. Let's set up your next strategy session call, and let's go ahead and talk about yours. I got some strategy plans I'm going to be sending to everybody. Tanika and Darlene, I have you all strategy plans that I'm going to send to you all as well. And yes, I will actually show you that how to locate pictures for the ads and things. And like these pictures here, this picture here really came from, I have several sites that I can use that you can get free images. There's a site called Dollar Photo Club that I use a lot. It's like $10 a month, and I can get 10 images. I also have another, but I'm gonna tell you a great resource. Canva.com. Canva is real big. I even use Canva, even though I'm a graphic designer. And you see that image right there? That was my Facebook ad. That was my Facebook ad right there. This is the other ad right here. That was the other ad, and I changed. I actually wound up changing this verbiage on the actual with the font. I actually wound up changing. So this actual ad with this right here actually converted very well as well. So I'm actually here. They had a mishap on my billing account, so I was waiting for them to get that fixed. They charged me for some ads that weren't running. That very seldom happens. As a matter of fact, I've been doing Facebook ads for over a year and a half now, and that's the first time it's ever happened where they had a glitch, and so they're doing refund for that, for that big amount. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm waiting for them to finish that before I crank this funnel back up for it to give me the okay. But yes, you can definitely you can use Canva, and the great thing about Canva is it has a lot of free images that you can use. So you can come in here and search, for instance, if you wanted to say relationships, and voila, it shows you all of the different pictures for relationships and all of that. And then you would just come here and you can resize them the way you want and all that stuff. So we'll go through all that. We're going to actually go through, and I'm going to show you how to design an ad, and how, placement, text placement, all that type stuff. Definitely. Look, me too. Free is always good. I actually have, it's about 6 other websites, and I'll have that in a resource PDF for you as well. So that way you can have that, and you'll be able to use those sites to get your images and things for your Facebook ads. Another great resource is a site called PhotoDone. I think it is PhotoDone.net. I think it is. I'll have all of that in your resource guide. Okay, definitely, Stephen. I mean, definitely. Let's make it happen, man. I think I got some time tomorrow, as a matter of fact, during the day that I'm available. So let's make it happen. I want to make sure that everybody has a successful campaign, And so that strategy session, as I'm sure Tanika and Darlene will tell you, it's designed for me. And many times you may not think about certain things that I think about as it relates to your marketing, your advertising. So a lot of ideas can come out of that strategy session. Perfect example is with Tanika. She wanted to have I hope she don't mind me sharing this. She wanted to have a way of not losing potential clients coming from Facebook ads to, say, for instance, a product or what have you. And that's when I brought up the concept of the bridge page, like I showed you earlier, where you pretty much bridging them from one of the platforms to your next platform and getting them on your list. And so that way you can build a commodity, an asset. For every person, this is another tip, for every person on your email list, they say in the online marketing world, for every person on your email list, it should be $1 per email that you should be making from them every month. So your lead generation should be something that you should always do. You should always be doing lead generation and building your list. Just think if you have a list of 10,000 people, that should be $10,000 on the low end per month that you should be making from your list. Being able to mail your list, you've built an engaging list. In other words, you're not just putting them on your list and then you're just emailing them all your different offers, your sales funnels and all that. No, you're actually building rapport with them. You're building a relationship with them through your email marketing. Which website was that you're speaking of? Stephen, let me know which website you're talking about, and I can definitely give you that spelling of that. Any other questions for tonight? So I hope you all have gotten, some great information from tonight's session. And I got great news for you. It doesn't do anything but get better from here. You're going to have fun. I love this stuff. I love getting into the details of stuff and seeing how it works and testing stuff. And if this doesn't work, let's do this and make it happen. And then once you get a successful campaign and you just ramp it up, I'm telling you, I was so excited when I got into affiliate marketing, and it was crazy because one of the main companies that I was using, ClickBank, which is what the diet program that I'm using is on. Photodone. It's actually Photo PHOTODUNE.net, I think it is. Let me verify to make sure. And they are a paid site, but I have some free sites that I'll give to you. Yeah. So here's something you can get from $1 and all of that as well. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to paste this into the chat box. Oh man, yeah, Carla, she's a great client, man. She's one of the best. She's great. She's great. I love her spirit, and she loves helping people such as I do. So it's great to have people that that really enjoy helping people. And the beauty is I love helping people and showing them how they can monetize their message. And really, you spend years and years learning this information, and you should make money from it. Bottom line, you should make money from it. So that's what, even the Facebook ads is all about, is getting those leads. And then, the other flip side of that is once you get those leads, you got to be able to close them. But, that's some other stuff that we can talk about, even in our coaching and all that strategy session. But definitely make sure, Stephen, to hit the, matter of fact, let me pull up the schedule once, so in case you don't have that. Canva, yes, Canva is, that's right, canva.com. That's where the other images is. It's canva.com, and it's free. It's free to sign up. You can use your Facebook credentials to sign up. And you can have all your different designs and all that. This is where I use a lot for my quotes. I'll come in here and I'll put my quotes in here and all that stuff. So this is great. Love it. It's real quick, and they have pre-designed templates as well. So you can do your Facebook cover, Facebook post. Here you can come down and I'm gonna show you where you can come to ads, materials, marketing. Here we go. Facebook covers, where is it at? Here we go, Facebook ads. So if you wanted the size for your Facebook ads, you would just click on that and it'll create another ad for you. And so now you have the actual size of your Facebook ad. And we're gonna go through all of this when we go through designing. When we go through the designing process and all that. I'm not even sure if y'all saw that last Canva. I was in the wrong window. Yes, so you would come here, just go to more, and come down here, and then you have your different ads. So you just click on Facebook ad, and then it'll open up this here. And so now you have a template for your Facebook ad. This would be the actual size for your Facebook ad. And the great thing about it is you can do more than one. You can do 2 different ads all at once, you know, which is a great thing about it. All right, so if there's no more questions, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for tonight. I thank you all for attending. Please look out in your emails for the next session. I have some things I'm going to be sharing with you all. I got another bonus for you that I'm going to email out, and I think you're going to love that as well. It's going to help you with the essentials of Facebook for your actual business page, going through some of those things or what have you. So that's all tonight. I thank you all for attending, and I will see you at the top. Good night.